This is KSLA News Now.
Good Wednesday morning. You're watching KSLA News 12 Now. I'm Celeste Lay.
I'm Dominic Ben. Here's a look at our top stories on this Wednesday morning. Breaking news this morning. Norman C. Francis, the longtime president of Xavier University of Louisiana and a pivotal leader in New Orleans history, has died. His family said he passed away this morning at a hospital. Francis led Xavier for nearly 50 years, becoming the first black and lay president of the nation's only Catholic historically black university in 1968. He was 94 years old.
Police are looking for the gunman who shot a person Sunday night on Lakeview Drive in Natchitoches. The victim showed up to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Investigators were able to learn that the shooting happened on Lakeview Drive. If you know anything about the shooting, please call Natchitoches Crime Stoppers.
In your crime tracker this morning, a 14-year-old Northwood High School student is facing charges after deputies say he made a threat involving a gun on campus. Deputy Bill Nunnery, the school resource officer at Northwood High, was told allegedly on February 17th, a gun threat was made by a student. Well, deputies say they learned the student made comments about being armed, but later claimed the remarks were were a joke made out of frustration over a policy violation. The student was charged with terrorizing. He was booked into the Caddo Parish Juvenile Detention Center.
In other news, the Bossier Arts Council has 2 weeks to save itself from being cut by the city of Bossier. The problem is the organization hasn't filed an audit in 3 years. City leaders say this puts the city at risk and needs the Arts Council to get their records in order with the state's auditor's office. The city gives the Arts Council $130,000 a year plus the building they use. The organization's leadership says problems with the previous director caused the crisis, and they're asking for time to rebuild.
And looking ahead to next month, there's another job opportunity. The Northwest Louisiana Career and Job Fair is March 3rd and 4th. Day 1 is a prelude to career success. That's when the organization offers help to get you ready for the job. It includes resume writing, interview tips, and haircuts. And then the next day is the job fair. It starts at 10 o'clock that Wednesday morning, and the 2-day event is at the Bossier Civic Center on Benton Road.
Today is Ash Wednesday, or the beginning of Lent season. During this time, Catholics focus on the 3 pillars of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Today, the St. Joseph Catholic Church in Shreveport will have Mass and give out ashes. Mass is at 7 o'clock and 8:15 this morning, this afternoon at 12:15, and this evening at 6 o'clock. And the Holy Trinity Catholic Church on Marshall Street in Shreveport is distributing ashes today during Mass at 7:25 this morning, 12:05 this afternoon, and 5 o'clock this evening. And the Shreveport-Bossier District Christian Methodist Episcopal Church will also have an Ash Wednesday worship service today. That'll start at 6 o'clock this evening.
All right, weather cooperating on this hump day, hopefully.
Yes, it definitely is. And we're going to continue this warming trend here around the Arklatex, at least through today and tomorrow. We got big changes on the way, you guys. Make sure to stay up to the date with the latest coming up in just a few minutes.
KSLA First Alert Weather.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Here's a look at your forecast throughout the daytime hours for today. It shows that we will continuously receive southerly winds, which will allow for our temperatures to rise a bit higher into those 70s as compared to yesterday. We saw the lower to mid 70s across the area yesterday, but we should see the mid and upper 70s for many of us around the Arklatex today. And we should get even warmer conditions as we move into tomorrow with a bit more sunshine by the time we hit the afternoon. We're expecting mostly cloudy conditions to last throughout the daytime hours today, but we should hit that 80-degree mark for many areas around the Arklatex by tomorrow afternoon. But we have some big changes on the way, just as mentioned before when I was showing the next weather maker graphic here. The next weather maker is expected to roll through the Arklatex Friday night into Saturday, which will cause our temperatures to fall into the 60s out there through at least Friday into Saturday here, but we should see even lower temperatures as we move into Sunday and into the start of the new week. Not much rain is expected with this next weather maker. We're possibly up to around a quarter of an inch at the highest, and that's being generous here for the Arklatex through the next 7 days, and that's mainly coming from this system alone. Forecast highs, though, will decrease into the 60s throughout the weekend, or throughout the start of the weekend at least, before dropping into the 50s by Sunday and into our Monday. We're expecting even lower temperatures for the morning hours as temperatures drop into near or below that freezing mark by the time we reach our Tuesday coming up, and we should expect temperatures to rise into the 60s heading into our later part of the work week. Here's a look at First Alert traffic real fast for you guys before we wrap up this fast cast here around I-220. Just a wide view of the Shreveport-Bossier metropolitan area. Not too much is really going on out there on those roadways. Zooming into, I believe this is near Barksdale Boulevard, just in the far southern or far bottom right portions of your screen there, dealing with a slower roadway right now. Same thing for Airline Drive, just north of I-20. And looking at downtown Shreveport, not too much is really going on there. Airline Drive around I-220 is mostly in the clear in terms of traffic. Make sure to buckle up and drive safely out there on those roadways.
Well, a group of Las Vegas senior citizens are swinging to keep baseball legend Jackie Robinson's legacy alive. More than a dozen seniors have formed a softball team in his honor. They're named the Las Vegas 42s and part of Robinson's number for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Robinson served in the U.S. Army during World War II before breaking Major League Baseball's color barrier in 1947. That's pretty neat. I do too. Yeah.
That's really
awesome.
cool.
I'm not into softball, but I've heard it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, you can stay connected with us here right on KSLA News 12 app.
Join us right here for our next newscast at 9 o'clock this morning.
And right after that at 10:30, we'll have your First Alert weather breakdown. Well, today I will test your knowledge and one of our KSLA News 12 members' knowledge on weather trivia. Don't forget, you can also watch the KSLA News 12 at noon right here on KSLA News 12 Now.
And every weekday at 7 in the morning and 9 at night, you can watch KSLA News 12 Now. We're going to stream your top stories on the KSLA News 12 app, Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. We're going to leave you with a live look at traffic. Have a great Wednesday.